Hey everybody, Adam from the Army Painter here, and as you can see, I have a special guest. This is my daughter Zoe. She's my helper in the studio. Now, everybody has their kids at home, and this is a great time to teach our kids new lessons and maybe even share our hobbies with them, make a little bit of lemonade out of lemons. My younger sister was actually teaching a lesson with her kids where she took food coloring in 3 different glasses, added our primary colors. Do you remember what the primary colors are, Zoe? No? You don't? Oh, we'll remind you here. You took the primary colors, yellow, red, and blue, and you took some paper towels and connected them in empty glasses. And they got to see how those colors mix to make secondary colors. So I figured today would be a great opportunity for us to share a little lesson with you so you could take your hobby and maybe teach some lessons with your little ones at home. It's also a great opportunity for us to just talk color theory in general. So the Army Painter wet palette is actually a really good tool for this. As you can see, I've got our yellow or demonic yellow, we've got some vampire red, and we've got some Viking blue. Are you a Viking, Zoe? No, she's not a Viking. So what happens, Zoe, if we mix a little bit of blue paint with a little bit of red paint? What color do you think that we get? What color is that? What does that look like? Is that purple?
Purple.
Purple? So if you mix red and blue, you get purple, huh? All right, let's clean our brush off. That's important, right, Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to contaminate the other colors. Now, what happens if we take a little bit of the red and mix it with the yellow? What color do we get?
Orange.
Orange? That's right. That's our secondary color. All right, so now if we take blue and yellow and we mix those together, we get one of Daddy's favorite colors.
Green.
Green, very good. Very good. So by mixing those primary colors for all the kids and grown-ups at home, we get our secondary colors. Do you know what color is a complementary color to yellow? Purple is. Do you know why? Because on our little color chart here that we made on our Army Painter wet palette, they're across from each other. So orange and blue are complementary colors, and green and red are complementary colors. So if you're painting maybe a blue army or a band of Celts or maybe your next Space Marine force and you're looking for a great color that complements it, orange might be a good go-to. Now I've got some white and some black paints here on the palette, so I want to show how you can lighten and darken up all of these colors. By adding a little bit of white to our colors, we get to push the hue and the contrast. So a little bit of white in there is going to lighten it up. You see that's a lighter yellow, Zoe?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're limited on the paints that you have in stock and you're looking for a good highlight color, this is a great way to make your own highlight color. Just mix a little bit of white paint. Everybody's got some white paint at home. You see that? And we're just lightening that color up. Even like nail polish, that's right, Zoe. Now what happens, I think you're going to like this color. If you mix a little bit of white, that's right. Is pink your favorite color?
Mm-hmm.
It is. So you see what happens when we mix a little bit of white paint with the red paint? And then we're going to mix, oh, look at this. If you mix a little bit of the purple with the white, what do you get?
Lavender.
Lavender, that's right.
I love lavender.
You love lavender too? There we go. We're just going to repeat this around. So if you're short, do you know what a highlight is, Zoe?
No.
You don't know what a highlight is? When you're trying to create contrast and shading and bring out details on your model, you highlight the model, okay?
Daddy,
Yes,
that
Zoe.
looks like a flower.
It does look like a flower, that's right. Now what happens if we take some black paint and we mix it with the red? You get a darker red, you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that cool?
Mm-hmm.
So right there, I'm just gonna take a little bit more red and mix it in there. We've got like 3 different shades of red. You've got your dark red, your regular red, right? We call that vampire red. Do you know what a vampire is?
No.
No? Well, that's a good thing. Well, that's going to be it for our little color theory lesson today. Thank you, Zoe, so much for helping me out in the Army Painter Studio. This is a great way to share your hobby with your little ones at home and a bit of color theory practice as well. A great way to combine hobby with a little bit of silence. Of course, the wet palette's a great tool to preserve these blends that we just made, so if you ever want to go back to them later, they're still going to be workable and pliable. Remember, the magic in miniature painting is that it can be as simple or as challenging as you'd like it to be. Maybe it's simple enough for a 4-year-old to do it. What do you think? Maybe. but with the right techniques, you're sure to achieve some great results. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.